right, welcome to Paper Koi Magazine. I'm G Mentality, and today we have Rasti, Goldi, Mika forming the colorful and upcoming rap trio Z.A.M. Yes. Today we are going to be getting into who they are, what they do, their views on the industry, and more. Let's welcome them. Thank you so much for joining me on here on Paper Koi. Yay. So excited. All right.
Yes.
Of course. You know, I stand rap girls. You just here to support. I love you.
Raise us together.
So just to start off, like, can you tell us where Z.A.M is from?
Okay, Goldi, why don't you start it off? Because you kind of started us off with the music.
Okay, so about 2 years ago, I started to rap.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really take it too serious, but would do things here and there. Would always show them it, you know what I mean? And then when I moved to Miami after I graduated college, it was like a feeling out here, you know what I mean? Like just being out here gave me a little bit more of a creative mindset. So I was starting to write more. I found an engineer out here and a producer who just was like, took to me and they were like, honestly, like I really like believe in what you have. They worked with me a lot. Then they came out here after I showed them one song and I was like, da-da-da-da, I'm stuck on a hook. Zoe was like, spit a hook real quick on the phone. I was like, okay, let me find out. I was like, so what's gonna happen is we're gonna do this together. And Mika thought she was gonna be the manager. So it was like Zoe, Alex, manager. And I were like, no, Zoe, Alex, Mika. And she was like, no, manager. And we're like, okay. So when they came out, this was spring break.
March of 2020.
Right before coronavirus.
Right
they
before,
were back home with their now exes. You feel me? And they came out here for break and we got in the studio. She came up with a fire melody for a hook for Zoe to sing. And Zoe was like, okay, at least go lay it down for me so that I could, like, you know what I mean, catch what you're saying. Right. So she did that, and we were like, oh, the bitch can sing. So
it's over for you.
It's over for you. She's definitely not manager. It's definitely Zoe, Alex, Mika, that's Sam, that's period, you know? So that's kind of where it came from. And I was already Goldi, like, rapping. So, like, I always, like, wanted to keep my rap name. And then, you know, Zoe wanted to be Rasti.
All right. I like the name Rasti and Goldi. That's cute. So I guess that answers the next question that you guys were basically formed organically. You guys are not like an industry put together.
No, absolutely.
And you guys have always known each other.
Our friendship just came first, and this music stuff is just fun.
Yeah,
so
we've been friends since high school and since college.
It's like the organic, you know, a lot of people just be acting, but
together it makes it so much better. Like, we bring out the best in everybody, you know.
We vibe off each other, we big up each other. So
like the other day we were working on a song and we just had the beat on. I wrote something, Zoe wrote something. And while I'm writing this, I'm like, ooh, this is kind of a little too singy for me, but I really like it. I'm gonna see if Zoe will sing it, you know. I'll just write myself another part later. And then as I was saying that, Zoe was like, I'm like, yo, I have something for you. She's like, I wrote something and I want you to do it.
Because my voice is a little bit raspy, it's a little bit lower, and I needed it to be like more of a, like, you know what I mean, a soft, louder, softer, but a more like higher pitched, like sexy voice that needed to say my part. So I knew Alex had to say it. So
look at that. So you can spit like a puzzle. Yes.
Yeah. Without even like you write mine, I write you. Like, you know, we just automatically first off wrote for each other in a sense and didn't even know we were doing that. Yeah. So it's like really cool, like how like connected we are, like.
So we're gonna hear that in the music. We're gonna hear a lot of, you know, things interchanging smoothly and. All right. Yeah. All right. So is there any? Oh wait. What messages do you hope to deliver to your listeners? Doesn't have to be deep, but you know, like, what are you hoping to deliver to your listeners?
Okay. For me, I think I want to deliver to my listeners, like, do whatever makes you happy. Like, we haven't been doing this music for a long time. We were in school, degrees. We've been in school for a long time, and we've been working to build careers.
Period. Degree on YouTube.
Yes, exactly. Right? We work hard for those things, and you don't always get to put yourself first when you're doing all of that. So, like, this music, it allows us to be creative.
Yeah.
It allows us to do what we want to do.
And we have to thank quarantine and coronavirus a little bit. A lot of people hate it, but for us, like, it was a blessing in disguise because they up and moved here as soon as her school went online and her work went online. They were like, fuck it, we're never going back. Sorry, you could bleep that out, right?
No, it's okay.
We're matter? Okay. You know, so they were like, you know, we here, we're staying, and then they never went back.
Facts. Coronavirus really got us in our bags.
And in our creative bags and in our artist bag and
and just like
it was a designer bag though, right?
Yeah, just a designer bag.
Okay, so should we expect any upcoming projects coming from you?
Of
Very
course.
soon.
Yes. We have a single dropping on September 18th. It's called Chatter.
Oh, it's lit. I can't wait.
And the bitches be chat.
A lot of people be chat.
Available on streaming apps.
It's gonna be
on all platforms. Yeah.
Can we also know? Is it possible we know what song did you have the most fun recording?
Okay, wait, but let me seriously think.
Okay.
Or the most memorable moment.
Okay, yes.
So my most memorable moment was our feature with the Infallible Joe, who is putting out a single in November. And we feature for her. Now there's 3 of us. Yeah, she's putting it on her album, and that was the most fun for me. We worked with a really good engineer and producer that day. He really helped me with my vocal lessons.
Shout out Johan.
Shout out Johan at David's Camp. Camp David. And yeah, I had an amazing time at that studio session.
That's so good.
I think my favorite one is we're recently working with RT2 in his camp, and we made a song called Ice, and I didn't have anything written. And they were wanting me to 32 bar verse, and it was just mad niggas in there, 15, and they didn't even put the mic in there, and I'm like, okay, I just wrote this, I hope it's hard.
In the booth for her, I'm like, go in the room,
and they wouldn't even do that.
I'm like,
so then, like, I was just out in the pub, and I just wrote it, and I'm like, okay, I didn't really have a chance to think it was hard, and I was just spitting 4 bars at a time, and every time I just kept on spitting bar, the room just went crazy, and I was just like really good at.
That's really like being in the zone as a rapper, right? Like you just.
It's fun that we like experience that, you know what I mean? Like the creative and, you know, because I know like you were saying, we're not an industry made group, and a lot of people who are formed that way don't really get to experience the creative aspect in this art, you know? So for me, like, that's what I love about it. Like when you come up with something hard yourself, that sets you up, you know, when everybody's like, I love that bar. Yeah, I wrote that, you know, not somebody else wrote it. Even if somebody else wrote it for you, it's cool. You're still going to love it. It's your song. But just knowing that you were the creative behind what so many people enjoy.
It's different when you did it yourself. I see what you're saying.
And it doesn't even have to and it doesn't even have to be creating the entire thing. Just having a piece that was yours, that was like your artistry in it. There's a lot of times that you work with certain people and they don't want to give you any part of yourself, and it just doesn't feel like an art anymore. You know. So
what was your song to make?
Is that hard?
For me, I really just love it so much, and like doing it with you guys, like every session for me is amazing. It's so much fun, you know. It's like I can't really think of, you know, I can't think of any particular, but I'm not making us cry already. But I love Chatter.
Like it's so real.
Chatter was my favorite this week because that was fun.
Chatter was fun.
Chatter. Well, I can't wait to hear it. Okay.
We're gonna
we'll play it for you at the end of this. We'll tease it to you. First look in before we drop.
Let's get it. Paper play exclusive. Stay tuned. Me. Moving on. Did you listen to female rappers growing up? And if so, who did you listen to?
Okay. Mostly like Nicki. I feel like our age group, like, you know, Nicki was really for me in like junior high into high school, you know, then into college now. So definitely Nicki for me was a big influence. I have an older sister, so she listened to like TLC, so I would catch the rap there, and then she listened to Lil Kim sometimes, and my mom would be like, cut that. most of the time, you know. So I would catch it here and there, but I would say Nicki Minaj for me was my biggest rap influence. Yeah.
Growing up, I listened to so many different things. Like, obviously, I listened to like TLC and 3LW and all of that, but I also listened to Pink a lot.
Oh yes, is it like Pink was light
rap, and that was what I had on my CD. So like she's definitely she's fun shit like that part of like you know Pussycat Dolls, like that sort of vibe. I definitely listen to.
Okay, taste. Right. Okay. All right. How about you, Mika?
Yeah, growing up, like, I don't know, every age group, I feel like I was into a little bit of a different things. Like, really young, I was into, like, you know, the Cassie and like those girls. And then I got into, like, the Pussycat Dolls, definitely. But I listen to a lot more male artists now.
Okay.
Which is, I just realized that as we were talking about female rap artists, I mean, like, obviously Rihanna, we got the book right there.
Rihanna's a rapper sometimes. She be spitting.
You know,
we'll give her that. When she feels like it.
But I do like to listen to a lot of male artists. J.Cole, for me, he has my heart. Okay. And I listen to a lot of R&B too. So
very conscious. I like to hear it. Everybody's different. So I want to know, how do you feel about this recent surge of female rappers pushing through such a male-dominated industry? Like, for example, to clarify on that is like, now you see more females getting the recognition they deserve artistically instead of just guys, same flow, same art. But finally, girls are actually getting on top, being recognized. Like, how do you feel about
it? And the fact that the girls are coming together in it is amazing. Like, it's like Mulatto, Sweetie, Jeezy, Trina, you know, Cardi, just got Ruby, Meg, all of them. And they're, you know what I mean? And it's just like everybody's coming together in the industry, so it's just amazing. It's like, that's what we need to do. Back in the day for the females, it was harder because it was so hard back then for them that it's like, I'm here and I'm not letting nobody come in here.
There can only be one.
Because there really can only be one. So I understand where they were, but as everything changes, we're in such a new era right now that it opens up for more females, you know? Even guys are expecting it more. Like, niggas tell us all the time, like, I don't even be listening to female rap, but your shit's dope. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's nice that like men are actually starting to appreciate females more, you know, for what it is. I understand some of them get mad, but
that's their business.
It's gonna take so much more time. Because it took so much time for us to be like, well, I want to rap about that. So do I. Okay, now we can all rap about this shit. You know, it doesn't just have to be guys.
No, that's facts.
So now it's gonna take longer for guys to be like, well, girls like the same thing.
Because the one thing about females coming up right now is that people are trying to play us like, all you guys are talking about in y'all shit is pussy, sex, money. Baby girl, we could talk about anything we want to talk about.
Not even that.
We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. So we're going to talk about everything that's relevant to us, which is getting bread, tricking you bum ass niggas,
period,
and
being a bad bitch.
3 commandments, period.
But with the degrees on the wall, did you pick them?
Degrees on the wall.
Period.
Exactly. Multifaceted women, getting what we want, doing what we want. I hear that. Period. Moving on to the next question.
Do whatever you want to do. That's it.
But as you do what you want to do, you need to put 100% into what it is. Because if you don't put 100%, just put in, you know what I mean, really trying to push it. You can't come half-assed. If that's really what you want, then you really got to go and grab it.
Right. That's true. Okay, with the sermon. All right. I hear you, Goldi. So how do you feel about the unfair double standards that female rappers constantly face? Well, we sort of just got into it, but just more, just a little more.
It's gonna take so much time because the craziest, the part that people really aren't ready to talk about is the fact that men have too much to fix within themselves before they can come over here and try to tell us something. So if y'all want to get into that, we can get into that. But if you don't, we don't.
And it's also gonna take something else.
Mika's really spitting right now.
People aren't ready to talk about the fact that a lot of your favorite artists still have males writing for them. So when females actually are ready to step up in the game and represent what we truly got going on, so there's nothing wrong with that, but you know what I mean? If we want to be females and sort of get our respect in this rap game, we got to make sure a nigga can't tell us nothing.
Exactly.
Damn, this is like sort of like what my mom told me growing up.
Right now, she's like more like, you know, people look at her like, oh yeah, she's cute, but she's only lit because, you know, she has somebody writing for her because she's cute. She's only cute type shit. But a guy who has a writer and people dress him and people do that, he's the god type shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's a never-ending cycle.
So this is a perfect little segue. What is one thing you wish you could change about how people see female rappers?
I wish they didn't have to see us through this social media lens.
Yeah. Because
we struggle with social media.
We're not really big social media people, so for us to have to be on it all the time and doing all kinds of stuff, like we have fun all day long. We were crazy, but we don't constantly have a camera on
to record it. Right. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's just like, and we have to remember, like we'll be doing some ill shit, and then we'll be like, damn, we should have recorded that. Let's set it up and try to do it again. But it's like our organic, genuine stuff is why people would really like, you know what I mean, mess with you, and that's why I feel like social media just isn't that organic, you know? You could be whoever you want on there. And at home, you can be a completely different person.
I said to another interviewee, I was like, basically now social media is like our portfolio. That's what, you know, it's our way of marketing. It's not, unless you choose a certain path, it's not as fun.
The first thing people ask you for when you meet them, what's your Instagram? And then they check you out, oh, what do you do? You know what I mean? Like,
we literally live in Black Mirror.
Seriously, you remember that episode? Do you watch Black Mirror?
Okay, I've seen like, you know, a couple episodes, but I'm not like, you know, under a rock like that. But you can explain if you feel you want to.
Yeah, they just had like an episode centered around social media, and basically through your interactions, if your interaction was good or bad, like people would take that.
Oh yeah, I saw that episode.
Your interaction rate was like your credit score. You could get a house if you had a certain amount of likes. You could get, you know, a crappy car or a nice car. That's what we're in.
It's scary. People who have more interaction. But yeah, we're good.
We've had people take a look at our page and see that we have 5,000 followers and be like,
how do you only have 5,000 followers?
That's really how it is.
I'm like, because we just don't like.
Mind you, 5,000 followers is the drip to me.
I know if I would be like, wow, I'm really working.
We started like 6 months ago. We got that in less than a month. We got like.
That's actually very impressive.
Yeah, and then we started a couple months ago. So, you know.
That's pretty dope, though. I think you guys should still celebrate that. Because
we did. When we hit like 100 followers, we were like, shut
oh, that's the best feeling. 100? Wow, y'all really fuck with me. Damn.
We're going out tonight. We hit 1K.
Exactly. 100. Look how that flipped, though.
Yeah, look how that.
If you could choose any artist in the current industry, who would you love to collaborate with?
Right now. Whoa. There's so many people.
I mean, it don't gotta be just one. I mean, who do you know, let's.
Melly, for sure. Melly, okay. Melly Davies, A Boogie. I love A Boogie. I love his music. He's such a creative. Like, if you listen to his music and all of his different albums, he is such a creative. And that's what I love about the music, you know? And the same thing with East. Like, he's so into his music and he makes it for himself. So that's what I love about him.
Or, like, if J.Cole produce one of our songs.
Yeah. And Melly just seems like so fun like us. Like, I feel like, you know what I mean? And like her music, oh my
God.
Oh my God. Like, she's,
And I want to collab with Vibes Cartel so we can be in the Caribbean.
Oh, okay. All right. You guys have like such different styles. I really can't wait to listen to you guys.
Yeah. We bring them all together. It's so cool. And because we have different styles, it makes our music really versatile. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we'll put a beat on and maybe like I'm feeling it, so I'm writing to it, and they're like, okay, so let's do this. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, what? You know what I mean? What are you writing about? Boom, we set the vibe. Then Mika has a whole nother vibe on the next beat. Then Rasti has a whole nother vibe on the next beat. You know.
So when we cook up, like a lot of times we'll have the studio set up in our house, and we'll have an engineer come, somebody make beats for us.
Have a producer.
Yeah, we have a really good team that we're working with right now, and everybody's kind of like vibing. We have a lot of people, and then like we're just gone because we're somewhere in the corner with our phones like this.
Yeah.
We're like in a huddle, and we're just like,
yeah.
we're just vibing.
And that'd be the vibe. It's so much fun.
I really love it. Like we're building a nice little camp right now. So.
Oh, I'm so proud. Like what? Are there any okay, so for Paper Koi, I love female rappers so much because that's not what all Paper Koi is about, but I take any like chance to make sure to like push female rappers up because I just feel like we just gotta stick together. You feel me? I'm not a rapper, but I just feel like we gotta stick together.
Regardless, you gotta stick together.
Yes. And you know, like I just want to know, is there any female rappers that you have that are out right now that you have in your library? You're like, you know, when you're going to the store, about to work out, about to smoke. Like, is there any female rappers you could like?
Yeah, I'm listening to Coil Ray heavy right now. I don't know what it is, but I'm really,
I
really
love her.
Yeah, Coil Ray has a few songs, and then Cardi, Meg, right now. Cardi and Meg for sure in mine right now. Trina's in mine right now because she has a
the baddest bitch.
Yeah, exactly. The baddest bitch. So
yeah, a couple of them. Yeah, I mean,
and I have a Ruby Rose song downloaded, that new one she just dropped.
Yes.
And maybe
love to hear it.
I have Mulatto too.
I hear about her a lot. People love her.
She's from Atlanta.
Yeah, that explains the Queen of the South thing. So I was like,
Yeah.
What advice? What advice can you give to any girls that may want to become rappers themselves? Young people around your age group, like just what advice would you
just try it, practice, go on YouTube, find a beat that you like. If you listen to somebody in particular, I used to always look up Little Baby beats because I love Little Baby. Like, he rides the beat so well, like he drags it out crazy. So I would get little Baby type beats, and I would just write to them. And if I wrote a verse, a whole song, a hook, what it was, I would leave it. If I finished it, cool, And then after, when you feel confident enough to lay it down, you reach out, find a studio, and do it. Why not? It can't hurt to try. You feel me?
I would tell girls that this is a male-dominated industry, so obviously you're gonna have a male that's gonna guide you at first, but only let him guide you. Make sure you keep in mind your artistry and be smart.
Yeah, remember,
like make sure just like you keep your business. You make sure you do your paperwork behind yourself. You do your business. You're always thinking about yourself because at the end of the day, he's gonna be good because it's a male-dominated industry. So you just have to learn as you go and just be smart on your moves.
Yeah.
And I would say educate yourself.
Yes, on the entire industry.
On everything. There are so many things. Every day we learn something new about this.
Yeah, we're still learning so much every day now.
Educate yourself.
We're reaching out to find the information now because we know there's so much that we need to know that we don't. Like,
protect yourself, protect your rights, protect your art, that type of stuff. Like really, really educate yourself.
Because at some point, if you're good at it and it works for you, you're going to go through the phase where you're going to have to work with people that are going to try to just
backdoor you.
Right.
Take, and not really give, because they're going to try to make it seem like they're the one that's like, you're lucky to be with me. No. You're lucky to have me.
I look like money, not you.
Be crazy. You might have the money for me right now, but the money that I'm about to have is going to be paying you at some point. You feel me?
Wow, this is bomb-ass advice. Not that I expected less, but like, damn. This like hit me right here. Are you ladies like a firm believer of taking care of your mental health?
Oh,
what?
Yeah, absolutely.
You see what these degrees they say, bachelor's in psychology. Mental health.
Mine too. Oh my gosh.
Right?
I'm a psych major too. I graduated.
Psych.
And she's kinesiology.
I'm kinesiology. I have a bachelor's of science.
Wait, what is it again? I'm sorry.
Kinesiology. It's the study of the body and movement.
Okay, so you were studying really hard because that shit is hard.
I was learning a lot of stuff.
That's really dope. Okay.
Yeah, mental health is just very important, you know what I mean? Because it's a silent battle. So if you are educating in a least bit where you could catch it on a friend, catch it on a family member, be attentive, be annoying, like just literally be annoying, be in their face, let them know that somebody's there. So you know what I mean? There's little signs that you can catch when you know that somebody's going through a silent battle. So
and things to help you do that is like big up yourselves. When we're walking around the house or we're doing something, we just went out and networked for 2 hours at a party, blah, blah, blah. We got somebody's number. We got a good contact. Good job, guys.
Good job, guys.
You know,
like a brand developer. We're trying to push
I like that you guys celebrate small victories. I love that because people don't like people do that.
Yeah, they think they have to achieve something so large to give themselves a pat on the back. Like, it don't matter what you do. If you did something that was good for you today,
make everything a big victory.
And same thing, we're just also very open. Like,
we're very open.
I'm not feeling good today. I'm not feeling it. I'm not, you know, you have to be vocal about those things. And when we see somebody that don't look right, are you okay?
Talk.
You know,
talk.
you have to
a rap group that cares. Okay. We live in a world that undervalues Black women. Once we open an app, we are reminded that we are not protected, and that can affect how we see ourselves. What are some of the few ways you keep your self-esteem at a healthy level?
Again with the big up thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, oh, sorry, you look so cute today.
Like, bitch, you getting big. So I think it just really helps to have friends around that could do that for you. But when you're by yourself, girl, that mirror is your friend. Bitch, you
I try to be like Issa on freaking. I be rapping in the mirror now, and I'd be like, you look good.
You about to kill it. You about to kill it. You about to kill it.
No, I feel y'all 100%. You need to be your own best friend before you go out into the world. Put yourself first because the world is not good to us, whether we like it or not. And it's weird. It's scary.
I have an open mind.
Yeah.
And
one more time?
I have an open mind.
Open mind. Okay. Yes. Very true. So y'all are already doing shows, and I figure it takes a lot of energy to keep your crowd engaged. After a show, what is your favorite way to recharge or decompress?
The censored way, the PG-13 way, or the rated R
this
way?
Is you can be honest.
So we go home and roll a fat blunt.
A fat one.
Fat blunt. And then we shower, and we smoke that, and we just
shower, and then we just be like, let's put on some Z.A.M shit.
And then we listen to our music some more.
Oh.
And probably because that's what we do all day long.
And celebrate that.
We just had a great show. And then I like to watch a movie before I go to sleep.
Oh, always. Yeah, you always do.
So a movie after is so relaxing.
I watch people cook to fall asleep.
I like watching mukbangs to fall asleep. The crabs. Something about it. Bro. I love those mukbangs.
She needs help, deadass. She needs help.
That should make
no judgment. Everybody has their thing. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Okay, so this girl
is a master explaining people. So. Let's go.
Okay, so now we're gonna conclude this interview with some fun questions. You know, have fun for the rest of it. We're gonna start off with some would you rather questions, okay? You ready? Would you rather pay with coins forever or constantly forget your debit card?
Constantly forget my debit card.
Constantly forget my debit card. I can't do that. Hands down.
I ain't touching that change.
I'm done.
Yeah,
Apple Pay. I lost my debit card. Apple Pay.
Bing, 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 bing.
That was unanimous.
Me, I would rather probably. You're right. Apple Pay is the wave now. So.
Yeah, Apple Pay is
lit.
Would you rather hug someone with like smelly armpits or kiss someone with smelly breath?
Armpits.
Hug someone with hug somebody for sure.
That breath. I
can't even doing that.
I can't even talk to niggas with bad breath. Like, and let alone kiss. I'd be like, what are you doing? Get your mouth right, boy.
Okay.
Hey, ma.
Yeah, my chest hurt a little bit thinking about it.
The sticks on the breath.
Nah,
cigarettes on the breath.
Tonsil stones? Ooh, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to get graphic. Would you rather get your new kick stepped on every day or get bird poop on your shirt every day?
Bird poop on my shirt every day. Every day. Every day. Not stepped on the kicks. Do not do
I'll
it.
let that bird poop just fly.
Brand new.
Has a bird ever shit on you though?
Me?
No.
It's a spot.
Mika said, "Are y'all sure?"
It's
okay, but is my shoes getting stepped on and like fucked up, or is they wearing socks and they just get stepped on?
You don't know the details, but I'll take step on my shoes. Go ahead.
Nah, do not. Not step on my shoes.
My shirts,
I'm gonna just take my shirt off.
My shirts are notoriously cheper than my shoes.
You know where coronavirus came from?
A bird. But this top right here, like $10. My shoes, like $1,000. We're not doing that.
Point made. Point made.
Little outfit, one of those Instagram websites. You know what I mean? This whole little fit right here is probably about $15.
Still looks nice.
The bird, I'll buy it again if I need to, you know. But my shoes, on the other hand, I'm not. I would yours. What? Shitting me?
Right. I would be really tight. The bird shit probably will go with the shirt. Who knows? So,
like a little splat. You drip. You know my drip.
That's the new Maison Margiela. You know they.
Montclair.
You know,
right. It's the graphic. You know. Okay, so this is more of like a who is more likely to do what. All right. Who is more likely to rob a bank out of Z.A.M? It's like they don't think about it. They just
I didn't even point. I didn't.
Who is more likely to be the getaway driver?
It's definitely you.
Because Zoe cannot.
I can drive. Mika broke the taillight on the last car.
Oh my God. Why you threw it?
Like, we go, like, not where you're going.
Oh yeah, I don't have no sense of
direction. She has no direction. It's Mika.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Mika. Mika.
It's
Mika for sure.
Who is more likely to bring home a stray animal? Okay, Snow White. Every animal she sees, dogs mostly, yeah. And she's just like, oh, goo-goo.
One time when I lived in New York, there was a squirrel that was dying at the park, and I called 311.
I did.
311. For New York, that's like when you have to like make a complaint or parking, whatever. So I called and they're like, "Where is he?" I'm like, "He's over here. He's breathing really heavy."
Did something actually happen though? Like
animal.
the animal? Oh, okay.
She has her own language that she talks to animals.
Yeah, she talks to our dog in it all the time, and I think she really understands.
That's a
No,
gift.
Ruby understands. The monkey, I love you, Dookie. Like with your monkey. Look at Ruby. The gaggy gigi, man, with you.
All right, we're not doing any more of that. Let's go.
I love Ruby.
Who is more likely to go skydiving? Okay. Oh, we got two.
I think I would go skydiving.
I would go.
You would go?
I'm not scared of heights or anything.
I'm not.
Okay, so we'll do it together then.
Yeah,
She can watch me down at the bottom, so if we do
But the thing about Mika is the second time we do it, she'll
go and do it.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna make sure as long as we make it through, she'll do it after. She'll be like, all right, now take me up. Now take me up. And then she'll be the one who sings no.
Who is more likely to cry about something? Cry. There's nothing wrong with crying, by the way. Okay. Sensitivity is
a good trait.
She's a Leo. She loves her. She cries.
Like I cry when I'm mad. I cry when I'm sad. I cry when I can't like express what I'm trying to say. Like it's not good.
Okay. I cry too. Don't worry. Only real niggas cry. Don't let nobody tell you this.
I don't cry too often, but like when those things happen to me, I do get frustrated.
Who is more likely to avenge the crier?
Yeah, probably.
You beating somebody up for the crier? Oh.
Yeah, she'll be like, "What the bitch?"
No.
Why are you crying?
Why are you?
Yeah, but she'll tell me why you're crying, and then she'll get me right. And if somebody pissed me off, Zoe gonna go figure out who pissed me off and get them right.
Yeah, don't mess with y'all. I wouldn't do it.
I'm gonna approach you if anything.
Who is more likely to mediate?
Yeah, she's the mediator between us. Because
I
we're both
definitely
Leo and
also
she's Gemini.
mediate.
Yeah, but
What do you have to
we
mediate?
don't
I've
really
never
have
get into
problems,
anything.
to
It's
be
you
honest.
guys. I mediate. I keep it level.
She keeps it
Keep
level.
it
We don't really have it.
I keep it level. Yes.
Yeah. We don't really be having any problems that we ever need a mediator. To be
I
honest.
mediate them when we be out and they be
Oh
crazy.
yeah, because we're
Yeah,
kids.
that's what I meant more.
So they are like she definitely
Like we be lit.
we be like
And we just don't care.
we don't care about anybody else
anything
around us. We
except for
just
ourselves. And as
lit.
long as we're happy, then that's what it is. You know, we do us. So
And I'm
sometimes
the same way, but they just be crazy.
So we want to know, where can we find you? What are your social medias, like personally, and your whole rap trio, if you want to share? Like,
our Instagram for us all together, our group page is Z.A.M.official on Instagram.
okay.
And then
It's pretty much the same.
on Twitter and on TikTok, it's Z.A.M.official3.
Okay. All right.
The number official3.
And on our Instagram, you can get to all of our individual pages.
Yeah.
you find
That's
that
cool.
same page,
Yeah.
all of our
Yeah,
Instagram
it says
in the bio.
artists and all of our.
And then we have a YouTube channel as well. We put vlogs on there. Any days that we're out of the studio, like B-rolls, like just cool things that we kind of do throughout the day. We just like to put that out on YouTube.
Like, keep
We're
us
trying to-
updated.
We're
All
more
right.
active.
Okay, and just to remind us, when is your single coming out? What's the name of it, and when is it coming out?
So it's called Chatter.
Chatter.
And it's dropped 9/18.
Hey, okay. And will it be on all music streaming services?
On all platforms.
platforms.
Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, TikTok, everything.
Yes,
Whatever
that's
you got,
cool.
it's there. We got it. SoundCloud, all that.
Yay, cool. Okay. Again, Papercoy. This here is Z.A.M. We have Rasti, Goldi, and Mika. Thank you so much. Hello, Papercoy. We have an exclusive from Z.A.M. They're going to play us their single, Chatter. Hey, let's get it.
Put your money where your mouth is and put my pussy after. If you ain't got no money, then boy, you ain't attractive. These bitches keep on talking, but all I hear is chatter. We know that ain't your money, little nigga, you a capper. I'm speaking factual, all I know is rational. My rates are national, all you fucking trashy hoes. My bitches bi-coastal, your bitches do the most show. And when we pull up in that Lambo photo, he not a baller, he a chatter. Look at my shoes, the backboard, the shatter. He's looking for a bitch that's better. Where she at? If he found a little nigga, couldn't have her. Put your money where your mouth is and put my pussy after. If you ain't got no money, then boy, you ain't attractive. These bitches keep on talking, but all I hear is chatter. We know that ain't your money, little nigga, you a capper.
Cause you came in the club and you with all of your niggas. I got a couple bad bitches in a gang of gorillas. And if you wanna get this work, then you could play your position. Cause I got shooters in the cut and they in different positions. Yeah, pop out with his strap out. Money coming so you know I gotta cash out. And your boyfriend at my house, corny nigga, but he eat it from the back now. And my wrist stripped out like a bathhouse. Leave Rasti, I nigga the best time. Capping niggas, you the head to the back now. Look it up, bitch, done got on back now.
Money where your mouth is, then put my pussy after. If you ain't got no money, then boy, you ain't attractive. These bitches keep on talking, but all I hear is chatter. We know that ain't your money, little nigga, you a capper. One more time. We know that ain't your money, little nigga, you a capper. Chatter,
Are the edges still there? Do I still have edges though? Nah, I wasn't ready.
I lost mine like. I lost mine until we did that hook. That hook back there.
That was so good. Thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh. That was so good.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.